Let me find my manners. Hope y'all doing okay tonight. I'll be right back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, she about to piss me off.
You got
It's
it?
hot in here. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I got it. I'm sorry.
Okay, everybody. Can you hear us? Well, everybody can hear us okay? Put a one in the chat if you can hear all of us. Hello, everyone, and thank you all for being here tonight. And thank you, Trish, for being here. I appreciate you coming in to talk to us. Okay, everybody can hear us. We're gonna have a conversation with Trish. Is it Radis Burnett? You still going by
Reedus. It's Reedus. No, I
Radis?
don't go by Burnett. It's just Reedus. Yep,
Okay,
just
I'm trying
Reedus.
to figure out why you got that in the bubble, girl. That's a lot
In the what?
in the bubble down there.
Oh, it was. I was trying to hear. You know that little screen, that little automatic
Oh yeah,
when you
yeah,
had to
yeah,
fill stuff in. It popped up because I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
yeah.
It wouldn't
So
let me in.
I want to thank you for accepting to come on Military TV. I feel like we've heard you talk, we've seen you in action. People have definitely formed their opinion about you, and I wanted to give
Yeah.
you a space where you could have a conversation, say what you needed to say, how you wanted to say it, and take your time and say it. Because I feel like you're very flustered for the most part, especially in this last episode. So I wanted to really hear what you're having to say because we all feel a certain way, right?
Yeah.
So let's get into it. The first thing I want to know is like where you're from, what do you do? You know.
I'm from Huntsville,
Oh,
Alabama, of course. Yes. And I've been an engineer for the last 18 years. Goodness gracious.
so you work
But
at
yeah,
NASA?
I do. I work at NASA.
Did you go to A&M?
I did not. I went to UH.
Oh, okay, okay. I went to A&M.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you went to UAH, which is right there in
Mm-hmm.
Huntsville. And at the time, were you married to? Is it Marquez or
It's
Marquez?
Mark. It's Marquez.
Marquez. So you were married
Yes.
to Marquez when you were at UAH.
We actually right out of high school. I was in the military right out of high school.
So were you? So when did you and Marquez get married?
Right out of high school.
Okay, so you were in the military, and where was he?
Here, right in Huntsville.
Oh, and how long were you just there for 4 years?
Here or in college?
You in the military?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So when you got out of the military, you came back to Huntsville. You're still married. Do you
Hmm.
have children? Do you have children, or do you start having children when you come back?
I started having children when I came back.
Okay.
So I did a
So
couple of enlistments because the first time I did, um, I didn't finish because I had my oldest son, and then
mm,
we got married like 3 months after he was born.
okay.
So yeah, but we were dating. I mean, I guess you can call us high school sweethearts.
Oh, so you had a child before you went to the military.
For the second enlistment, yes.
Okay, okay. So that's
Yeah.
Xavier.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had your daughter when you came back. What's her name?
Zaria. I had
Daria.
her way down the line. It's
Okay.
she was a child that was planned, but it wasn't happening for some reason. So, but she
Okay.
came along after my mom passed.
Okay. So fast forward to how we met you and the story that you told us. You lost your parents and you lost your sister. And during that time, this is where I was on this is where I'm on your side, right? 100%. Because I know what it's like to lose a parent. I know how busy it is as a child to see that happening. But then when you're like the person that's losing it and you have children, I didn't do that part, but you thought you had someone with you that you could kind of put a few bearings on, or just talk to, and that's what you was hoping for with your husband, correct?
I did. I thought it was supposed to have been that way. That's how I was. That's how I grew up. Because
Yeah.
I come from a both of my parents were together. I mean, they were married for 38 years before they passed.
Okay.
But it was different. It was different than what I was used to.
So what was different? What was different?
I've always seen my mom. Parents they argue. They argue. My mom say something crazy to my dad. My dad say something crazy back to my mom. But at the end of the day, my mom made sure his plate was made first, and he made sure that the house was taken care of, or that everything was taken care of, including her when she wanted to go do her little bingo thing or whatever. It was never. I have never seen them not be there for each other,
Okay.
no matter what. So even when my mom's family were going through things, it was my dad that took my mom's family in, and it was different to not have that help, that companion. That it was just so weird. It was, and I know it was like, oh, you can't have you shouldn't expect your husband to be like your dad,
Oh,
but
no, no, no.
I
You should.
mean,
You should expect
it's
your husband to be there.
exactly. I totally agree, but it was the total opposite. It was definitely the total opposite. Nothing I was used to, so it was frustrating.
Okay. Because I'm going to say this. It's not alleged because it wasn't edited. I heard it out of his mouth when Marquez was talking to Marcel. And when he said that he didn't know how to handle this because he's never lost someone, and you were just being extremely emotional, then that's when he had to get out. So you had to deal with children, work, and the death of your family, right?
Yes, and here's what's so crazy about that situation, because we talked about it under the in the park. No, Marquez was there for his friends when they were going through the same thing I was going through, or separation or divorce. He was there for them, 10 toes down, 100%. Even though I can tell you they talked hella reckless to him. I don't know why, but I still love those friends too. I still love them to this day. But I mean, those jokers would dog him in the ground, and he still would have leaped when they said jump. That's what I didn't get. I was like, wait a minute, we're going through our own things in our own house. I'm going through something that I have. This is like the craziest experience of life that ever, and yet every minute of the day is spent at this friend's house instead of fixing what is wrong in this house.
Right. Okay.
So I don't know. It just, I always used to preach to him about, we got to find ways to grow together instead of growing apart. But
Right. So you
obviously, we grew
wanted
apart.
so you wanted your relationship, like that is that who you wanted to be with? Like you wasn't thinking about divorce, you weren't thinking about breaking up, you weren't thinking about separating, you was just trying to think about fixing when it came to Marquez. Am I right about that?
Well, yes, sort of, kind of. I was okay. I was definitely okay with fixing what was wrong in our house. It was the fact that when he did say, because the incident that broke us apart was, I was real close to Kiki, and I saw her son on the TV, and he was doing football, being interviewed or whatever, and I was texting her like, "Girl, y'all go, girl, y'all gotta tell Amari I am super proud of him," blah blah blah, all that. And Xavier was like, "Mom, I want to play football again," and I'm like, "Okay." I'm trying. I keep saying that over and over again every day. You need to do this. You need to do that with Xavier. You need to do this with Xavier. Because he's growing. He's getting bigger. He's going to eventually get too big to where we can't. We can only say so much to him or do so much with him. And we got into this big blow up, big argument. He was like, "Okay, I think we do need a divorce because we have touched on it before. We have separated before. We have separated a couple of times for quite some time, sometimes." And at that point, I was so numb to life. I was just like, hell, I had lost just about every damn body anyway.
Right.
And it was just like, dude, I don't even care. I ain't even got no more tears for you. I can't even, because at times when he used to, because Marquez he will poke. he will aggravate the hell out of you. But as soon as when you're like in the most chill moment, he will sit there and aggravate the hell out of you. But when you lean the fuck up and snap back, then he'll come with the waterworks. And me, I have adapted to when he does that. I know that he's sensitive. I know his feelings. So I snap. My tongue's sharp as fuck. I snap. But it's like I just grew to know, like, okay, even if I went wrong in a situation, shit, I'm gonna apologize to ease just to make the situation go away. And
Okay.
it's like it was hard. And after that, it was like every time shit happened, it was like, dude, I don't fuck, cry me a fucking river. I don't even care no more. It is what it is. So at that point, did I want to fix it? Yeah, but when he was like he wanted a divorce, I was like, shit, yes, nigga, fucking yes. I was like, I ain't gonna lie. It's just I didn't want to be the one to like break it. I didn't want to be the one to like, okay, I was in my feelings and didn't want to fix shit and like, okay, yeah,
Oh, girl.
one did that. I was like, I was ready for him to be like, you know what, it is. So I was like, nigga, shit, let's do it. And then
Okay.
after that, I mean, he was out there living life. That's what pisses me off
Okay.
about this whole situation.
Okay. Living life. Let's start with him out there living life. Okay.
Yes.
So you're going through the situations. You're trying to keep it right. Then you're like, you know what? We can just do this. And then he says, I want a divorce. You're like, okay, peace out. So at this point, when he started living life, is this when he was upstairs or is this when he was around the corner?
Well,
When did all this
when he started living life, he was upstairs. He was barely even upstairs. He was barely there. And it was the breaking the peace in the house. It was little shit that was getting to be dangerous in the house, like finding little shit around the house
Okay,
that
we're gonna start with profanity just a little bit.
oh, I'm sorry, like
Okay,
finding stuff around the house that was like dangerous stuff around the house that was like um that was stuff that shouldn't be around when kids is around. You know what I mean? So then I started locking doors. So then he started coming through the laundry room window, which was weird as crack. But he stayed upstairs. That Joker had life. And it was so. What pisses me off is because he glorified that I was. I ain't gonna lie. I was a walking zombie. I was
yeah.
pale and I'm black. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on one
So
second. Let me say something. I don't think she's saying that she didn't have any fault in it because at this time, this is after she's lost her parents, after she's lost her sister, and she's just trying to handle life. And Marquez has checked out. Am I right about that?
yeah, yeah, he
Okay.
was just like he wanted divorce. So and furthermore, Ken was not thought of at this time. That just ticks me off too. He wasn't thought of at this time. Um, we separated. The ending that separated us was we had an issue with raising how the kids should be raised. I was already, already emotionally halfway checked out anyway. But Marquez stayed upstairs. That's what ticks me off. He was living life. He was out there having fun. Now me, I still was going through what I was going through. I didn't talk to nobody. I didn't even talk to my family for almost half of a year. It was just like life was just crapping on me.
Yeah.
So no, he was out partying, doing doing the life. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd washed a couple of load of his clothes just off a humbug because he had him in the laundry room and there was like female lingerie in there. So it was like he was living. He was living.
In your
Did
house?
I
In
in
your
the house,
house?
in our house. But he stayed upstairs and I stayed downstairs, and we didn't communicate none whatsoever. We did not communicate. We barely saw him. We barely saw, Marquez was out. He was out, and then when he came in, he came in. The kids were either asleep. We was at dance work. I was out training. All that. We didn't see him. So and then he eventually moved around the corner, which makes me mad as well because he moved around the corner and still didn't come to the house to do anything. That's what everybody is messing up. He literally stayed 5 minutes away from us. His dad had to come from all the way from his house to take our son to school because at that time I'm on the Arsenal. My daughter's school was 5 minutes from the Arsenal. So
Okay.
and my son's school was way over there, close, like 3 minutes from Marquez, which is crazy, crazy work, right? So, and I was trained in the morning. So by the time I got ready to train my clients, got back, Um, I got my daughter ready. His dad would come and pick Xavier up, take him to school, and I took Zara to school and got right on base. So that's what made it easy and it made it easy for me during that time. It wasn't him; it was his dad.
Okay.
And did we? Did
Because he was
I didn't
working.
never.
His father was your help. Was Marquez working?
He was back and forth. He was back and forth. He's always been back and forth in the entire time we was married. He's always been job here, job here, job there, job there. I mean, I didn't care. I wasn't. We was okay. We was fine. I even told him one time, hey, figure out what you're trying to do. I got us. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not. I wasn't never one of those old. I
Yeah,
make the
because
money, the
you're his
breadwinner. This.
wife.
Nah, it was never like that. Because he did have a couple of good jobs. And I know he wanted to cook. He had a couple of good cooking jobs. I don't know what the heck happened there, but um, yeah. So it was never like a bump chest of who made what money, who made what, because it was going to get taken care of. It had to, regardless. We got kids.
Right.
Um,
Absolutely.
but yeah, that's why I said it's this whole. But when I got to the point to where I got happy, it took a while. Um, it even took a while for Ken to even break through those barriers. To be
Okay.
honest with you,
Before we get to Ken, and you say you got to the point where you got happy, because people are going to insert a certain person in that you getting happy. So can you talk
yeah.
about how you got happy?
Okay. Well, first, the gym made me happy. The gym was my therapy. It
Okay.
was like an anger release because I was always angry. For some reason, but I didn't. You would never tell, but deep down inside, it was like, yeah, all right, God, you playing with me. But then I met Ken, of course, and it took a while. I mean, you know, I was mean to him in the beginning too. It was just me. It was in my nature. I wasn't looking forward to no relationship, no nothing, because I was like, yeah, I've been put all these years in this marriage and this relationship, and this is what happened. Nah, I'm good. It ain't even
I
worth
get
it.
that. I got that from you. I
Yeah,
really
I
did.
was like, yeah, it didn't work it. But he kept going and kept going and kept going. And I was like, okay, well, I'll give it a try. But then we had to, even
Okay.
though, it took a minute. It did.
So when you and Ken happened, where was Marquez?
Marquez was staying around the corner.
Okay, so he was in Huntsville, you in Huntsville, Ken in
Mm-hmm.
Huntsville. So you were in, because it sounds so crazy to me when Ken was like he ran from you. Like I just couldn't imagine that in my head, him doing that.
Who?
But
Tom McKinney?
yeah,
When
but
we was at the gym?
yeah,
Yeah,
but
he
but
did.
my thing is, okay, who he slid in your DMs, you slid in his DMs. Like, how did you and Ken meet? I think that's what I don't know. I would like to
Ken I
know.
met when I had posted a picture of my sister about her passing or whatever, and he sorry for your condolences, like everybody else does. And then he asked me, was I okay? Was I going through anything? Was
So he
I?
was just a random person.
Yeah, just like all the other people. And
Okay.
then we saw each other physically for the first time ever. That's what ticks me out too. We saw each other physically for the first time ever in 2019
Okay.
at the gym. And when I tell you he did about face and kept walking. But I mean, it was cool. I don't know why. He just said he was nervous.
Okay.
I don't know. It was just weird. That was weird as it was weird as hell. But yeah.
That after he did the about face, he walked out. You kept working out, and you left. Is that how
Yes.
that happened? So then, now what? So then, how do you get back in touch with Ken?
Then we just started talking about fitness online on social media.
Okay. Okay.
And then I told him my fitness goals. He told me his fitness goals, and we saw each other just about every other day at the gym. But we just kept talking and talking. And at first, I was like, "Yeah, okay." I mean, I'm good with the small talk, but yeah, this ain't me. I really ain't looking for it. But
Right.
I mean, he just kept pushing and kept pushing and kept pushing, and I was like, okay, maybe let me just give it a try because I was in a dark space, and I ain't gonna lie, I shut everybody out. I shut everybody, including my family. I just put
Okay,
a block on the
and
door
you
for
know what?
everybody.
So I saw
Um,
somebody ask the question a few minutes ago. Why weren't you talking to your family? She wasn't talking to her family because she was grieving and trying to deal with life, and that's just how you handled it. You were just kind of shut off.
and it was the, I have a lot of siblings, so it we had this battle of who did what for the parents and
Oh
who
yeah.
did what for who. So that kind of played a part in it too. And I think we all just, even though we talk now every single day nonstop, at that moment, I think every last one of us just went into a bubble. We
Okay.
just
Okay. So now we got that or whatever. So now this is when we get to know about you. So when you met Ken and he was in the gym and y'all were working out, you were definitely still married. You are married tonight, aren't you? Are you married tonight to Marquez?
well, he contested it. So, but I think he said he was going to recant it or whatever because he said something about me not putting the kids on there. I'm like, dude, the kids on the front page of it. What do you mean? It's on the first
So
page of the. So I don't know where he was getting that from or what he was trying to say.
so
So I'm
y'all are
like,
married tonight. Y'all are husband and wife tonight.
what?
Okay.
Correct. But the
Okay.
papers were filed a long time ago.
Okay. So y'all are husband and wife tonight. So that means when you met Ken, and even though he was pushing and pushing, did you ever say, look, dude, I lost my family, I lost my husband, I'm just trying to make it, I'm just out here trying to lift weights and just forget? Did you ever say anything like that to him?
Oh yeah, he was not looking for a serious relationship either. That's what's surprising to me when he was like, "Oh, I want to get married," because he made it in the beginning. He was adamant about not getting married. He didn't want to get married at all, and I was like, "Shit, I don't blame you. I ain't gonna lie. That shit's tough. That stuff, it's stuff is tough." I'm like, "Yeah, that's
It
tough.
is. Marriage is tough.
It is."
It
I was
is.
like, "Yeah, mm-mm."
So
And
then you said, I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to try to talk to him. So where's Marquez at this point? When you're in the gym and this is Ken's final moment when you say, "Okay, dude, we can. Here's my number." Where was Marquez?
Marquez was still here physically. He was still here physically. We didn't see him, but he was still here physically.
Okay. So, cause see, he Marquez says things like, "I didn't want to come by the house to see my kids because his car was there." So,
Which is crazy.
wait a minute. Wait, hold on 1 second. How soon did you introduce your kids to Ken?
I want to say about it was about like a year and a half, 2 years after Ken and I
So
were.
it was 2 years before they met Ken.
Oh yeah. Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Okay, that makes
Yes.
sense. Okay, I'm with it. Me too. I had a timeline also, so I respect that. Uh,
Yeah.
so after that, did you meet? Was was Ken in a relationship? Because he
No,
has this
not
daughter he talks about. So was he in a relationship?
he wasn't, but he still took care of his stepdaughter though. He did. He still does. She's here now. So yeah.
Okay, so you have a
Yeah.
good relationship with her mom.
Oh, I have a good relationship with her mom and I have a great relationship with her. Like
Okay,
you
okay,
wouldn't even
okay.
tell that you couldn't even tell the difference.
All right. So okay, so Marquez is out of the house. Ken is 2 years later. Marquez is out of. Where's Marquez when you introduce your children to Ken? Is he in Alabama or is he in Georgia?
Back and forth. He's back and forth because he's saying that he needs to start a life in Atlanta to progress or whatever. And I was like, that's fine. I mean, when he moved out, I helped. When he moved to Atlanta, hey, if you need anything, I'll help. So it was like it was whatever. I mean, if you need, that's where you need to go. That's why I don't get the perception people have of me. When he moved, I didn't stress him. I didn't nag him. I didn't say, hey, you need to do this for the kids. When he said he needed to leave to move on to live, I let him live. That's
Okay,
exactly what I
let
did.
me stop you right there. Here's the thing. So here's the problem to everybody in the chat, everybody on the TV. When he got ready to go, why didn't you say, "Hold up, let's go to the courthouse. Let's get this ball rolling"? Because Trish, I'm going to be very honest with you. When you sat in that gym and you told Martell that it was just a document, I was screaming at the television because it's not just
Yeah,
a document.
it's not. I understand that. Actually, we didn't even know he had physically moved to Atlanta. His dad told us. Um, So he kept saying, "Oh, he was looking," but Marquez always does it. I'm looking this, I'm looking for that. I want to look into this and look into that, and it never goes anywhere. But we never saw him either. And I wasn't even thinking about. I ain't gonna lie. When I finally gave, we Ken and I started talking, and even though we've worked for a long time until like last year, earlier this year, when he said he wanted to be married. This was this year now, not this was this year. He said that. It was like it was. I didn't think about it. It was like out of sight, out of mind. I didn't see him, nothing. But when Ken said, okay, he wanted to be married. When I tell you we did not see Marquez, we didn't see him.
Okay,
We
so
did not see him. So,
why didn't you just
um,
call him and go to Atlanta and do? Because see, here's my thing, Trish. Because see, we've we've had on this show, Queen in the City, and we've had this back and forth debate about it. Because I don't think anything's wrong if you're dating, if you have paperwork in place, if you are
yeah,
intentional.
I
But if
get
you
that. I probably should have.
I don't think you were intentional. I don't, and I honestly, I don't know if you're intentional. I feel like you don't, and I mean, and when I say this, because I look at it differently, I feel like you don't want to divorce all the way because you don't want to hurt Marquez. Because that's what you're giving me. Because you've been together so long, because it's so final, a divorce is so final. I think you waited so long because of that. But you and Ken and them kids should have got in the car and got on 20 East and went
We
up
should
there.
have. I'm not
Yes.
disagreeing with that. But I do disagree with that. I don't want it final, baby. When he said he was ready to go, I was like, dude, let's draw these papers up. He
I believe
said
you there. I believe you right
he
there.
was like he was ready to draw the papers up. I said, well, let's do it. He dipped out. It was like out of sight, out of mind. And I ain't gonna lie, I was having fun with Ken. I was having fun. It was like Marquez was not even. It was like I forgot we were even had any kind of relationship together because he was gone. He was doing his thing. He was traveling, having fun. He'll call the kids. I ain't gonna lie. And this is the thing I want to get people straight about his daughter. His daughter does not dislike him. She's different, and Zari was a mama's baby.
Marquez's daughter.
Yeah, she doesn't dislike him. This is the thing, and she will tell you. Cesar was a mama's baby, and he always said that too. He said it plenty of times. I mean, so many times. But when she got ready to come out of that Zaria shell, that mommy and me shell, he disappeared. And she'll tell you, it's not that I don't dislike. It's not that I don't like him. I don't know him. He don't know me.
The baby?
So she will tell you. So it's not. I don't want to say everybody say, "Oh, it's because it's outside." It's the filming shows. They're gonna show what they show, but it's the outside people that gets that. I'm saying this for the friends, family, everything, because she do come off a little weird when she's close to him, when she's by him. Like she has disregards for him. But no, it's not. She'll tell you, I don't dislike him. I just really don't know him.
Okay. Now of course, if Marquez comes on here after Christmas, he's definitely going to say something different.
I'm sure.
I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm telling
Mhm.
you, I know that. So if you're listening, Marquez, get your story together. But here's the thing. So you were having fun with Ken. Ken was bringing you out of your shell. You're
He
still
was
married to
trying.
Marquez. You're still married to Marquez. He's in Atlanta doing his thing.
Hmm.
So at what point, like, okay, you said Ken didn't want to get married. Does Ken want to marry
Yes.
now? Does he want to marry now? Is that for TV? Does he want to get married? Because in real life,
Yes. When he did, this was before all this. This is for all this. When he said he wanted to, I was like, okay, let's go ahead and do what we got to do. Let's go ahead and get the paperwork and do what we got to do. Get the paperwork done, and hey, and let's start. Let's start first. What we didn't do because man, no, Marquez and I was kids. Let's do counseling. All this, go through all that. Let's do the necessary things first.
huh?
Um, and I know I got stuff I need to work on myself because I'm like,
Yeah, we heard you say that.
oof, I'm like, okay. But told him I could do it again. I told myself I would never do it again, but I got to talking to people that's been, divorced and married twice. So
Yeah.
it's something I could do.
Well, see, I think that I've listened to you on this show, and when you said the other day, like Ken checks all the boxes, but my ex, well, Marquez checked all the boxes too, and I was like, but Marquez is not Ken, right? He's
No,
prepared.
Marquez checked all the boxes in the beginning.
That's what
And
I'm
I don't
saying.
know what the hell happened.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you can't compare.
But
You
here's the difference when checking all the boxes. He checked all the boxes when we were younger. He stayed in that box. He never grew out of it because he wanted to live life. He said he never had a chance to grow because we were young parents.
right.
And
I
when he said he wanted to grow, I let him. I didn't take him through no courts. I didn't take him through hell. I said, I got it. If you need to grow, I got it. I didn't hassle him for no kids need this, kids need that. Let's do that. No, you need to come and do this. You need to take. I never reached out to him and gave him hell about anything. I said, I got it.
So when Marquez said he was ready to go, you just said go on and go. You didn't worry about
Yeah.
child support. You didn't worry about anything
Nope.
because at that time you're trying to deal with your parents, your children, your job, and life. So it was the best thing to go. So I
Yes.
got that.
It,
I got that. So you meet Ken, y'all having fun. So somebody asked a question in here, and it was something I wanted to ask you. Hold on one second. Just give me 1 second. Um, Give me 1 second, y'all. I just need to see this. Okay, so did you? I can't find it, but so then, okay, let's fast forward to because we heard about you before we met Ken. So why come on the show with this triangle that you're in? Why do that? Why put yourself out here knowing that you're a married woman and you're seeing a single man and you have these children, and are you and
yeah.
Ken living together when you started the show?
So yes. Well, actually, I didn't know I was going to be on the show. I thought I was a friend of just Stormy's, coming on to talk to her because
Oh, you came
we
through on with Stormy, right?
correct.
How
I
do
did
you
not know I was going to be on the show.
how do
Oh,
you
we
know?
Stormy used to be my hairstylist. I was there, like I said, at the beginning stages of Canvas. I was there, and we
Okay.
talked long nights about all of it. Um, a dream that she made come true, and a beautiful dream that she made come true. But it was many nights I stayed with her crying. She was trying to figure out, a lot of this now that.
Okay.
But yeah. So we've been friends for a very long time. So I did not know that we was going
Did,
to be
did she
a
ask you
part
to
of
come on the
this.
show? Did she ask you to come on? How did that even happen? How did you say, yeah, we'll do it? Tell me, walk me through that.
Well, she asked me to film with her, and so we did, and we started talking about life. And I guess it was that moment when I was telling her, the things that I went through and where I am now. Um, I mean, well, she, of course, she knew, but we just started talking about things, and I guess that's how I'm here.
Okay. Why did somebody asked in the chat why did Stormy call Marquez Mister? Because I remember her saying that. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, ladies, for the super chats. Why did she call him Mister? You remember when she said that? She,
I didn't. He told me that he said it though. He told me it was like, I think that was effed up that she called me Mister. I'm like, I don't know why she called. I don't know. Maybe that was the vibe he gave her. I don't know.
do you think Stormy was the one that put the information out about you having a husband and a boyfriend? Because we knew that before you came on the scene.
Mm, I mean, I don't know, cause I was, I don't know. I, I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Well, okay. So you came on the show with Stormy. You were supposed to be a friend to the show. Um, when you thought about introducing Ken as your boyfriend, did you think about not even bringing up Marquez as a husband? Like Marquez said he had to sign a release form. You said it was for dance. Like what was
Which
that
I
about?
got that. I got those receipts, but
Thank
they
you.
didn't say it was no
Good deal.
damn dance. But why would I say that? And it says it on the release form. What it's for? Reading is fundamental.
Exactly.
God damn. but
Exactly.
um, yeah, I was like, yeah, that's what kills me
I
when
asked him when he was talking to Carlos. I said that too. I was like, "The hell is on a release form?" It would say dance in the dance place. Like,
goodness gracious. But yeah, it is what it is. I lost your audio.
oh, can you hear me?
There you go. There you go. You
Okay,
came back.
okay.
But yeah. Um, I'm sorry. Say that what she was just asking, and you just it was
I was
the release form threw me off.
asking when did you think about? Did you think about just coming on with Ken and not even bringing Marquez into the picture, or because you had the kids in the picture, you had to kind of bring Marquez
Well,
in?
I kind of knew he was going to be brought up. I mean, I really didn't care. I'll be honest with you. I really didn't care.
Did y'all three get together and work something out? Because you sent that to somebody that.
Yeah, no, no, that's not what I said. I told him because what y'all don't see is the behind. Marquez be antagonizing. He can be antagonizing, and
I
I
believe
kept
you.
telling him, and he'd be posting stuff and be saying stuff, and then I'd be like, dude, chill before you piss me off. I'm like, dude, use this platform to do what you got to do. You a great ass chef. I mean, you do music. Use this platform to put because you got to. Remember, I know you. I know your secrets. I know all of you. I don't piss me off because when I lean up, then it's like then he sends that message. Oh, like the one last time we got into it, and he was like, oh, she did that, but y'all didn't see the behind the scenes that he kept sending and poking, and I'm like, dude, okay, like you know who I am. When I when I reintroduce myself, then I'm gonna be a problem.
Okay, so what I'm asking is when it was a post from you to someone in their inbox, you
Yes,
it said
I
you
remember.
yes. So did y'all have something planned out? Did
No,
Marquez?
we didn't have any planned out. That's what I told him. We never had anything planned out. We never even got in a circle and talked about anything. I said, dude, use this platform to do what you got to do and shut up and stop coming for me and saying stuff to me because when you piss me off and I say something, then there you go with the waterworks, and then I always got to be the one to apologize, and I am never the one to start it.
Okay. Um. So Mimi asked, why would you come on a reality TV show when you kind of struggling mentally? Were you still struggling when you? Because she was asked to be a friend to the show, Mimi, not to be a full cast. So you were just thinking
Correct.
you were just gonna come on and just do a scene with Stormy and that's it. Maybe one or two
That's
scenes.
it.
You
Yeah.
weren't. You were you trying to bring Ken on, or you was just because I was under the impression that Ken wanted to do it and you did it for him.
I think he was okay with it. I was okay either way. But I was kind of teetering toward, this is so weird. All these cameras and crap in my face. I don't do this. I don't talk. I don't do nothing. I
So
talk when I need to, but it's only if someone come at me sideways. Other than this, yeah, this is kind of awkward. But it kind of did bring me out of a shell because I think it was even though despite how it was depicted in the reality, how it's shown on the show, it was an outlet to talk about stuff that I never talked about because I've always been in a box of Trisha and the people that are important to her, which was my kids and now Ken. Um, but yeah, other than that, I felt like I ain't even talking about it. I ain't talking about it outside, inside, anywhere. I just be
okay.
myself.
So do you feel like you're supported on this show, and how do you feel about being known as a non-truth teller? Because people do not believe you. I believe you a part about with your mom. I mean, with your mom and your family and stuff like that. Now that kind of I'm riding with you on that 100%, 10 toes down. But I think when you omit things out, it's hard to just
Well, it's hard to come into a situation that you've never been in and been in the spotlight that you've never been in, and it's just started just talking openly when I wasn't even up to therapy to begin with. I don't talk to nobody, and to come to a platform and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna go out here and just tell my whole life story. Here's chapter one. Let's start here." No, I mean, it was
no,
like not omitting. It was like,
no, no.
what is this?
Talking about like when let's just go to the St. Thomas situation, right? Well, not St. Thomas.
Okay,
When you were in the gym with Destiny and Stormy. Now I know it's television too, so I know that much. But when Stormy asked you, did you go to Martell's? And you said no, and then Martell says yes, she went over, and then you said yeah, I went over to train him, and then Martell said y'all be watching TV. So you understand what I'm saying? Like we
okay,
just
yeah. See, let's get this straight. The TV was already playing when I got there. And let me tell you about this whole situation because that's going to take me out too. No, me and the damn guy did not sleep together. First of all, and all that. Oh, she didn't look the same because he was looking at me in my regular clothes. When I go to train, I'm drill sergeant Trisha. That's what I was supposed to be anyways before people start passing away. But that's me. I'm coming there. I don't come there to look presentable. What do you want me to come there in a bodycon dress and some heels and a no? You finna get Trisha in sweats. You finna get me. You finna get who finna and I've always trained people at their house, so that wasn't the issue. It was the issue that I think it was set up to a way like I told him when we met at Stormy's house. Dude, I didn't care if you said you knew me or not. Am I missing something? Because I know this is
Yeah.
my first actual scene. This
Yeah.
is like coming off weird as hell. Tell me, am I missing something? Was I supposed to say something? Am I supposed to do something? Because it's giving like major weird vibes. And I don't care if you people knew that I knew you. Like this is
I,
like weird. This is giving weird vibes.
let me tell you why people felt like that. Because when Martell had come in and he extended his hand to you to shake, it was like, I don't know if you're aware of like your just how your body just happens on camera, but it was like, first of all, you was like, well, how dare you give me your hand to shake because you know me. You know what I mean? And then it just seemed
Yeah.
like it bothered you. It just seemed like it really bothered you that he didn't know you. But then when he said Trish should have just followed my lead, then
But
it's a
what was
whole
the? That's the part I didn't get. What was the lead I was supposed to follow? Because that's why I was like,
I
I
guess
supposed to
because
do
he was
something different?
pretending like he did. He was pretending like he didn't remember you,
But
right?
that's why I was trying to figure out. That's why I told him, like, dude, you came off weird to say. I told him in the gym. I said, because what follow? I didn't get that. I heard that recently, the follow lead situation. But what lead am I supposed to follow? Because it wasn't serious. It wasn't like we was linking up to date. What was the lead I was supposed to follow? Because that was like some weird ass vibe that was given at the moment. So
I
I
guess
looked at him like, dude, what's? I mean, I get this is my first scene, and this is the first time I'm on this type of thing at this moment. But uh, again, what? This is weird. Like, really?
so. So you know Montez more than you know Martell. You know him more than that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, because
We're
we're
the same
gonna.
age actually.
Uh, so wait a minute. Okay, let's get to the show.
Okay.
One year and someone's name. Okay, when you and Stormy was talking, and she was talking about your ex husband, and she called him Mister, right? Uh,
Yes.
was it intentional at that moment? At that moment, did Marquez know about it? Did he know about he was you on the TV show? Did he know that it's a possibility he could be on TV? Did he know anything about it?
Yes. Of course he knew. They reached out to him. He was like, "Oh, I got to get my lawyers involved first." That's what he
Okay.
said.
Okay. Uh, so
He told myself and the producers that he had to get the lawyers involved first. So that's what took a minute to get him even on there.
so timelines is really big too. We want to know about timelines. So you and Marquez got married in high school. Y'all are still married today, December the 22nd, 2024. So when you were separated, so how long have you and Marquez been separated?
A little over 5 years.
5 years you've been separated.
Mhm.
And within those 5 years, you met Ken,
Four and
right?
I would say four and a half, 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so Ken came along, and how many years after you've been separated?
I would say about a year. We started actually talking, but when
Okay.
we started dating, it was like about 2 years and
Yes,
some
Ken.
change to go. So
Okay. So um after that, that's when you brought up your marriage, your current relationship. Okay. When you were at the party and the ladies were asking about your relationship, and Mel was asking about the relationship, and she was, because it was like you were just talking to him, and then you kind of took him off guard. And when she asked you for like, and you were clarifying it, and later on you were like, she was drilling you about your marriage. Like, so a lot of people, the biggest question I have, and I'm going to get to other things, but the biggest question I have is, do you have a problem with melody? That's what a lot of people want to know.
yeah, no, I don't have a problem with her at all. I still don't.
Okay, because I think just here recently, like in this last scene when you were talking to Kimmy and Tisha, and you said you feel like Mel doesn't. What'd you say? Mel dishes it out, but doesn't know how to take it, or something like that. Can you explain that?
That's
What
what I
you?
said.
Yeah, yeah, that's what you said. When you went.
Well, I think it was the situation when she asked me, was I still oh yeah, she just still in love with her she just still in love with Marquez. She still love Marquez. I said, well, okay, do you still love Martell? And then it
No,
was
no, no,
like
no,
a
no, no, no,
cut.
no, 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 not
You
that
talking
one.
about at the barbecue?
No, 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 I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you were talking with Tisha and Kimmy.
At the table.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were talking about how Mel had said Maurice had something red on his lips,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, but I said that referring to the barbecue scene because that scene was like she got frustrated and it was kind of cut out. It was kind of cut.
So when you,
Because
because
it
it's
ticked me off because I'm like, wait a minute, how you gonna sit up there and say I'm still in love with? So are you still in love with your ex? Because this joke is clearly pissing me and everybody else off here. But
so like the reason I say that is because your confessional was when you were talking to Tisha and Kimmy. That's why I asked you that. You said in confession, you was like, Mel is. I'm not saying I don't. You said I don't know Mel to be hypocritical, but it does seem like she can dish it out, but she can't take it. I'm paraphrasing on that part. That's what you said in that whole little area. And people want to know, like, do you have like what's the problem, or do you come for her, or this, that, and the third?
no, I don't. For one, I ain't come for nobody unless they come for me. It is what it is. For one, and like I try to tell, like I said in the beginning. Now, though nobody put fear in my heart but God. I don't care who you are, who you want to be, or what you want to be. Um, but I think it was a lot of that. The barbecue scene what really made frustration. The backyard gathering was kind of because it was a lot that was said that wasn't shown. First of all, but I still don't have. Even though I was like, it was pushing. It was pushing and pushing and pushing. The whole night was. I still don't have a problem with her. I got a problem with her.
Okay,
Yeah, none whatsoever.
okay. When you were at the party and the ladies were asking about your relationship and you explained, and then you said you haven't started the paperwork. So at that time, that's what I'm saying. Like that's when Mel was asking you about that. You hadn't started the paperwork, and y'all were talking about Chris Fletcher, right? So in this next scene that comes up, it's going to be a conversation about Chris introducing you to Martell. Was Martell married at that time?
Actually, I have screenshots of because I looked up their divorce to help me fill out my own divorce. So, I looked up the separation. They were separated. I want to say in they separated, but the divorce was final in April. I went there in March because I went to the message I sent my aunt, and then I went to the actual divorce papers because that's how I filled out my stuff. I was like, yeah, let me thank you,
You went where in
but
March?
to their house, and they were
Okay,
actually the divorce was final in that April.
so you went before the divorce was final.
Correct.
Okay, okay, all right. So you okay? So
And
we
I
got
was ready to pop those screenshots, baby. Yep.
okay. Um, let me see.
But that's beside the point. It's people, okay, again, to this day, I go to people's house and train them. It was not, despite because he's on a platform and everybody know, no, I go to people's house and train everybody. Okay. It was
Okay,
not
okay,
a hookup, lovey-dovey, any type of smooching type thing going on.
okay, Trish. But here's the thing. I understand what you're saying, and I don't doubt you don't go to people's house to train. I don't doubt you, but let me read you what Martell said. He said he slid into your DMs. It was about 5 years ago. He was probably married. That's what Marceau has said. He slid in your DMs 5 years ago, and he's like, no, there's no way Martell could have done that because Martell was married. And then he said, I think that's what he said. Martell said it was cordial, and you came over and watched TV. So you can tell us once and for all, was it a date or was it a training session?
It
Because
wasn't. The TV was already on for one. And again, I didn't come there dressed presentable to, do whatever to for a date. And no, I got the screenshot. If I because if I pull the thing down, we're going to disappear. But no,
Mhm.
it was the April when his birth final was April. I went there in March. I got the screenshot there. I went through my old phone and screenshotted everything. I even sent it to the producers. I sent it to everybody because I was like, no, no, wait a minute, no, this ain't gonna happen. I don't care what's gonna happen. What y'all trying to do? What's trying to come about here? It ain't gonna happen with me.
So did
Nope.
y'all work out? Was it a workout session or was it a TV
We did
session?
not work out. And let me tell you, we didn't work out. We actually got a little frustrated, got into a little back and forth because he did tell me, he explained to me, he still loved Milton. He still wanted his family. And at that point, Marquez and I had
I
separated.
remember you saying that on the show.
Yeah.
That he was
So we
talking
got
about
into
me.
a little back and forth, and he was like, "Well, I didn't call you up here to be my damn therapy and all that, whatever." But it is what it is. But I was also, come on now, at that time, the male guys to me were a POS at that moment because I was also at the beginning of my own separation. So it wasn't like it. So yeah, I was saying some crazy stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you. But it is what it is. No training happened. I guess he felt frustrated about, for one, I didn't come presentable or whatever, and he was a little frustrated about what I said, and boom,
So
we
were
didn't
y'all in
train.
the house or like in the garage? He had weights and stuff in the garage still.
No, he had no. I came to his house.
That's what
I
I'm
came to his
saying.
house.
That's what I'm saying. Like you came to the house to work out. Did he have equipment right there?
No, he didn't take me to any equipment. We started talking, and he started confessing his life.
I think what I'm asking, were y'all gonna do floor exercises? Were you gonna do
I see. I
yoga?
don't know. I was waiting for him to take me to the equipment. He's supposed to tell me to the equipment. He's supposed to take me to where his workout stuff is. Instead,
Uh-huh.
he started talking about his kids, life, wife, how he
Yeah.
messed up. And then I'm like, yeah, well, it seems like that's what y'all do.
Okay.
And then try to come back.
I think that still has so many holes in it. I mean, because it's just not clear, Trish. And I mean, I'm not being mean or anything. I'm just being honest. It's just not clear. It's like you went to the house to work out. Martell says that that wasn't it, and he would never work out with a woman. You
But see,
came
I didn't know that. But
TV.
see, Martell didn't come at me like that. I got the screenshots. Martell did not come at me like that. Now, the scene you guys about to watch, I'm gonna let it play out, let y'all see. I'm not gonna tell it in advance. But
Right?
yes, there was some weird crap that went down. But I didn't know. So when he popped into my, like everybody else that does, I thought, I did fall for the okie doke because that's what you guys about to see. But Martell didn't try to come on to me. He didn't try to come on to me, try to
Well,
do
he
this to
said
me or
that.
try to.
He
Yeah, he
did
didn't try
say
to do
that.
anything.
He said I didn't try to talk to her. I didn't try to holler and scream
Yeah.
over her. He said watch TV, but he didn't say anything about training.
So
And
but that's what he said to me. That's why, and I'm gonna send you the screenshots in here in my in your inbox. That's what he said to me. So it wasn't like, and that's how he was able to get the situation going or whatever. But yeah, I was like, dude, that's crazy. That's why I was like, that's crazy as hell. Because I don't care if you could have told somebody that we knew each other. That's why I looked at him weird. Because the shit wouldn't did nothing happen. It wasn't supposed to happen. It wasn't serious, and it just came off weird as heck. It
okay.
did.
So yeah, Martell did kind of well. See, I think Martell does things to make insinuations to look like it's insinuated, but he did actually say nothing happened. But he did say in front of Ken that nothing happened. So I don't know. Let's go to St. Thomas because I would just like to know why would you not say goodbye, thank you to the host of the trip? Like what would make you just run out like that?
Well, again, this is what this whole season has been a true learning experience, and I held back a lot because I'm like, Lord, all right, if I introduce myself, it's things gonna get a little crazy because one, yeah, all that talking, disrespecting sideways, and ain't gonna work with me. Nope, ain't happening.
Okay,
But I mean, all the sideways talking they be doing back and forth and all that. Yeah, that ain't gonna work for me. Yeah, I'm gonna cuss your ass out. I don't care who you think you are, who you are.
so
From I don't know. It ain't. It ain't.
So why
So,
not just say thank you, Mel? I gotta go. I'm going to help Zara on her new.
but because they had already, and I understand, that's why I said I understand Mel to the fullest. They made it so awkward. They made her, she had every right. If she felt some type of way, she had every right to. Because I would have.
Okay.
That whole scene was made so awkward. And I'm like, why y'all still trying to? Because to me, again, it was never that serious. It was nothing happened. It was never supposed to have been that serious, and nothing supposed to happen. So I'm like, why y'all keep, cracking this egg and trying to fry it, make it seem like it's something else when it's not? Because now it's just getting weird. Now y'all just seem like y'all are trying to.
So what happened? They just told
It
you just
just
go.
no, I had to go back. That was my daughter's last solo
No,
dance competition.
yeah, I understand you had to go back,
Yeah,
but my question is, why didn't you just, Mel? I gotta go. Thank you so much for inviting me
because
on.
I don't even know her like that. I don't even know her. I didn't know her like that. I still don't I'm still getting to know her.
But
So
Trish, that's just
it
common
still it
courtesy.
still made her weird. Okay, I didn't
No,
say bye.
it's not
It was
weird.
weird. Yeah, it was. They did make her feel weird.
Trish,
That made
wait a minute.
that
Let me
made
say
her
this.
feel weird.
Let me say this. If I come to your home and if I'm in Huntsville and I message you on DM and say, Trish, I'm here. My car is broke down. Do you mind if I just sleep on your couch? I'm leaving in the morning. If I get off of your couch and just leave, all my stuff gone, you come downstairs and I'm gone.
If I don't know you, for
That's
one, I ain't gonna let you
disrespectful.
sleep on my couch.
I understand that, but I understand, but you were invited. You know what I'm saying? If you invite me somewhere and I just leave without saying,
Yeah,
Trish, I gotta
again, I don't care how nobody want to take it, however I felt. It made me feel some type of way. It made her feel. I don't care what nobody try to twist it. It got holes in it. Try to make it seem like the shit did not happen the way people try to make it seem like it was not. It never did. It never was. So, and to sit at the table and try to bring it up as if, oh, something happened, dude. Now y'all, okay, now y'all trying to play me, and I'm gonna get pissed off because again, everybody keep trying. No, it wasn't. And if it was, I'm grown as hell. I would have said something.
hold on, Trish, hold on. Let's calm down because it's just going and going. Let's get one thing answered first. You thought it was weird to just tell Mel that you were gonna leave. That was weird to you.
That's no. I said I was weird. And if I don't want, it was just it made it weird for her. Then I felt uncomfortable. So I'm getting into this group of ladies. I'm just not against. Yeah, I felt uncomfortable. So I was like, yeah, no, I don't even want to do it. I'm out. I'm like, I got to go anyway. I don't even want to do this. Just get me on the plane.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I thought that was because the thing is, I could see if you were never going to see Mel again, but then you saw her like in another scene. You know what I'm saying? So, because she even asked you about it, like you left without saying goodbye. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like
actually, I wanted to tell her the reason why I left out saying goodbye.
even when we get ready to log off here, like we don't know each other. But before we go, I'm gonna say, Trish, thank you for coming on here. I appreciate it. Blah blah blah.
But this situation is not made awkward as it was made in St. Thomas. Y'all, you had to have been there. It was made super awkward. Now they put it into this little hour film, but it was made awkward.
Okay. All right. It was made awkward. All right. That was one of the questions I had. Like, what was your thing with Mel? And do y'all have the answers that you all need? Do you all have a question that you want to? Thank you, Ajay. Do you all have a question? Uh, Let me see. Mm, I'm trying to find a good question. Examples of how it was awkward. Yeah, they want to know what the examples of how. Just give us one example that was awkward, because I do understand it's filming. We don't get to see everything behind the scenes. We can only talk about what we see, and sometimes it's just not good. And then when we know what has actually happened, it may not be your fault. So give us an awkward moment.
Shit, that whole setting was awkward. I mean, it was already piling up on her about addressing, I guess, her fans or whatever, and it was just like it was like bags and bags getting thrown at her, boom, boom, and then here goes Tisha, bring this up. It made it even more. So it made it even more weird.
People feel like you came on the show with venom towards Mel. Like you didn't know her. Did you know her when you came on the show? Why would people feel
No,
like
I
you
still
had venom?
don't. I don't get where that's coming
Make you
from because I
feel
still don't. I still don't. And I mean, I don't know. And for one, the comments and the people, I can give two shits about. They can think what they want to think. I mean, I think what they want to think. I
yeah.
mean, it ain't gonna break me, make me, nor break me. I'm still gonna be Trish at the end of the day. But I don't have any. That's why I said just watch and enjoy. I don't know what to say because I really don't have anything against the girl, none
Okay.
whatsoever.
Okay. All right. Do you if you remarry, counseling, is that something that you and Ken will seek out?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Especially me. I wasn't for it because I'm like, I ain't gonna sit there and tell no, say none to people that probably gonna irritate me even more. But I am open to it now.
Okay. Um. Well, she says she doesn't fit Diva. She says she doesn't have a problem with Mel. So she says she doesn't have a problem with Mel. Thank you, Delphine. I really appreciate it. You said you'd ID not train men, but that was oh yeah. She said she trained men and women, right? She said she
Yes.
yeah. She
Mm-hmm.
said she trained men and women. Um, hold on. Let me get to my super chat. Did Stormy know about you and Martell before you came on the show? Thank you, cut and paste.
No, no. What about us though? But no,
Okay.
no, she didn't.
Okay. Samantha, 5 years separated would make it year 2025 because y'all celebrated 14 years in May 20. So they're saying that your timeline is not good. They're saying that
First of all, we was at the beginning of separation. I did say four, 4.5, 4.5, 5. I'm not gonna put that out in the. Come on, now. I wasn't. I still was gonna say, celebrate it. I wasn't gonna put that out there that we were divorced yet. That for one, that was embarrassing as hell. The whole situation, and I'm not gonna lie, the stuff that people was coming back telling me that he was doing was all was even more embarrassing. But it was just separation and divorce. It's embarrassing. It was embarrassing in the beginning. So I kept the ship just fake as hell. Both of us did. He tell you. we
okay.
just we faked that shit until we couldn't fake it anymore. And then after that, it was just like, yeah. I guess when he got comfortable with his life, then it was what it was.
So Queen Sheba asks, why would this is going back to training Martell? Why would he explain in y'all's conversation that he loved Mel if you were there to train? He
So I don't know why the hell because he was when I came in, he was pushing towards the other way. Then he started talking about his kids and his wife. I don't know why. Should ask him. I don't know why he was talking about, but he was deeply talking about her.
oh yeah, we talked about this. Thank you, Crystal. That Martell insinuated. He always insinuates, but when Ken confronted him, he recanted. As he always does. Let me see. How does Trisha know Chris Fletcher? Yeah, is Chris your family?
Yeah, he's my mom's cousin.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. That's how Chris knows. Chris. That's how Trisha knows Chris Fletcher. We can't do this. Okay, we're not. Does Trish think she was used to antagonize Melody? Do you think that they feel really strongly
No.
about the things that you said about Mel? And because
Antagonist. No.
I guess because you knew, and then you said some things about Mel and Marquez made you upset in that pavilion, and that didn't go over so well.
Yeah, well, I don't really care what nobody think. I don't care whoever. I mean, if there's a question, we can always meet up. But no, I wasn't there to antagonize her. Like, really? No. If I don't like something that's being said, I'm gonna tell you. Again, I don't care who you are. If I don't like something being said, I'm gonna tell you.
Okay. Was it awkward when Mel thought you slept with Martell when she was sitting at the end of the table?
Exactly the way they made. That's the way they made it seem. I'm like, no. First of all, y'all ain't finna play me at this table because I'll knock all this shit over. So,
Thank you.
but I was like, that's exactly. I'm like, no. Let me go ahead and tell you. But then she got me thrown away from the table when I was trying to, I'm like, yeah, okay, that's what made it awkward at table. That's what made it awkward. And then she got up there, thrown away from the table. I was like, yeah, y'all ain't finna play me like this. I don't care what y'all want to bring up an argument or try to keep throwing at her because there's already shit being thrown at her left and right. But nah,
Okay.
find somebody else to do it.
Did you confront Stormy and them for making you feel uncomfortable with all the questions that made you feel weird to the point you left? Because that's a good question, an innocent instigator, because it seems like they did make you uncomfortable.
Shoot, I was always uncomfortable. I wasn't used to this girl, all these cameras and stuff. I was uncomfortable from the day it started. But
Cynthia,
um, I think I talked to Stormy about it afterwards. But again, like I said, I'm always uncomfortable.
hey T Talk with your girl. Shout out to T Talk with your girl. Shout out to all content creators in here as well as all the subscribers in the chat, the Millie crew. I appreciate you all being here. So T Talk with your girl said, did Chris Fletcher try to set you and Martell up before or after the fake workout session?
I don't know. Watch the show to find out.
I'm gonna say before. I'm gonna say before because the reason I'm gonna say before T Talk with your girl, that conversation came up when all the guys went bowling. It came up then.
Yeah, yeah. What she
Yeah,
said.
yeah, exactly. Cause he was fit to be tied when he thought when Martell came in that when Ken came in that bowling alley. Okay, here we go. Let's get back to it. So wait a minute. What did you want to? What somebody said? Did you hold on? Did you want to slap Stormy for making you look? Somebody said, did you want to slap Stormy for making you look a certain way on national television?
No.
Because she was asking you across the table, like you were very adamant when you said this, then the third, and then you told Sonny you purposely left something out of your story.
I told Sonny.
Yeah, Sonny said so. You left this out not to hurt them, and you said pretty much. Like you left things out of the story, and that's what like the
Yeah,
nuns.
I gotta go back and see that because it's always what was there when you were there. Then it's always TV. So I'm gonna say that. But uh yeah, I don't remember saying all that, but
Because
whatever.
Miss B, because the thing is, it was just like Stormy was across from you and Sonny was on the other side, and Stormy said you left this out. You adamantly said no, that you did not go to Martell's. And then Sonny said, did you leave that out not to hurt anyone? Meaning probably male. And you said pretty much. And I'm just saying it's just those things that make people feel like you're not a truth teller. Because when you say, yeah, I left it out, you left it
Yeah, I
out.
don't remember saying all that, but maybe I did. I don't know. Hell, I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I watched it yesterday. No, I actually
Yeah,
watched
I'm
it
saying
this
I don't
morning.
know. Maybe I did. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah,
But
you
it
said
wouldn't hurt anybody because for one, I kept telling people it's why y'all keep playing this weird. When it was okay. I keep telling y'all it was okay to say we know each other. Like what the hell? So I don't know. That shit was bogus as hell. But it is what it is. I don't even care.
okay. All right. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Um, Let me ask you this as far as it goes with Ken. I mean, let me say this. So, where do you want to marry Ken? Is that something you want to do? Do you really want to do
It
that?
is. It is. I never thought I would say that ever again. Because it's not only with losing um my ex, it's like my mom and dad died 5 months apart. That I'm like, yeah, no, because my dad was heartbroken. He was devastated. My mom, whatever. But I was like, yeah, I don't even want to deal with that type of hurt no more. That type of companion, that type of relationship. Um, I was just like, yeah, I don't want to deal with all that. But I don't know. I guess you can tell God, yeah, I ain't doing all that. Just bounce it back, boom, nope, nope,
Let me
blocking that shot.
let
But
me tell
I think Ken came and changed a lot of it because I
okay.
I did have a shell up.
Yeah, let me say why I asked you that. Because each and every time he says anything about a marriage or engagement, you never look at him. You always look down. You never answer, and your eyes are always closed. You're so closed off when he asks that question. That's why I was like, I don't know if you're ready. I don't know if you want
Yeah,
to.
y'all looking at it screen. I'm closed off all the damn time. But no. Yeah, I mean, kid knows how I am, and I know how he is. And for one, that's to be with somebody for 2.5 years, and for them to understand you more than someone that you've been with for a long time. That you said it was that say they're your best friend and you're their best friend, but the best friend shit don't best friend. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So it's I don't know. He just it's it's definitely it definitely will be different this time. I'm taking all the necessary steps in advance to make sure this works
Well,
for both of us
well, don't
because
don't hold Ken to Marquez. You understand what I'm saying? Because you've said things like you're making a difference, like you're comparing. Don't do that. So Leo said to clarify, you left your home and to work out Martell in 2020 during the global pandemic. That's what you're saying. You were in the global pandemic working out with Martell.
it was a pandemic. That's when my sister passed. It was during the pandemic. Yes,
Oh, okay.
I want to say yeah,
And he slid in your DMs in that time, and then that's how that happened.
correct. I want to say because it was after my sister passed, so it was well after my sister passed. So it was during the pandemic because yeah, I was working from home, trading, doing all that whateverness.
Okay. Thank you, Sayla. Okay, let me see.
I
We
wouldn't say
have
it was the beginning of it though. It was like in the middle, kind of fading away type. It wasn't in the
okay,
beginning of the pandemic.
okay. Well, definitely take your time with that. Um, I know this was a hard season. This is a hard season for you. This
Yeah,
is
it
really
was hard.
it's very hard.
This is weird.
What would you do different? Are you coming back, or if y'all come back, or whatever?
Um, if I do, which I hadn't, uh, um, I'm still thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm thinking. But I will speak up more because I think this season, yeah, I was laid back and chill. For one, this is new for me. This was definitely different. This was a whole different ball game.
I
Weird
know.
as crap. Because yeah, I was like, yeah, this is some weird shit. But sorry. But yeah, I think I am gonna open up more.
Okay.
If I do be more vocal. I know last season I was just like kind of iffy. That's what all the little tightness come from. I'm like, man, y'all, this is some wild ass stuff going on here.
And
Um,
like you give off the nervous energy. Yeah, you could work on
yeah, this was crazy work.
work on.
And I was
Shay,
trying to figure out how y'all get used to this. So like, how do y'all get used to this? This is crazy.
hold
Um,
on, hold on 1 second. Shay P, she has a really good relationship with Ken's adopted daughter. You said she's there with you now, right?
yes,
Yeah, she's there with them now. So they have a really good relationship. That's good. That's good. Y'all definitely have a different family situation than most.
yeah,
Oh no, wait a minute. I lost
yeah.
hold on. Can't find it. Y'all are something else. Hold on. Thank you, Shay, so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Who's somebody else? Oh, there we go. Mm. Thank you, Samantha, for the super chat. Let me ask, do you mind if let me see. If we've been on here an hour and 14 minutes, is there anything else that you like to say that will clear up some things?
No, ask away, because I mean, as I
Hold
said,
on.
I was pretty laid back and quiet this season, but no, ask away, because for one, yeah, is it weird being on a platform and just saying a whole bunch of stuff? Because that's how it was this first season for me. So I'm open. I mean, ask what you want to know.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm sorry, that was my daughter. Just give me 1 second. This is
Mine
what
just ran through here too, both of them.
I'm going to do this, and only you have to be, you have to be nice. Everybody's nice. So I'm gonna put up the link, and you can come up and you can ask Trish any question you like. We have 15 minutes, and I'm happy to bring you up, and she's happy to talk. She's happy to answer any of your questions. Oh, Erica, y'all are something else. Hold on. Um, Let me see. Trish Runley, Forrest Gump. I love that y'all. I mean, that's a different. Okay, we have Latoya Stevenson. Hello, Latoya. Thank you for
Hi,
coming in.
Millie. Thank you. How are you?
I am good. Do you have a question for Trish?
I do. Hi, Miss Trish. How are you?
Great. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I just wanted to know. I know, a lot of times people say it's editing, and a lot of things, are edited, right? Um,
For sure.
but also just how did you feel when your son had to go over and get his dad from the table and kind of like parent him, if you will, you know?
But he's always been that way. Marquez always been that way. I've always coddled him. Um, because Marquez will get in his feelings, and sometimes you have to protect his feelings. Because I did for a very long time, or he will spiral out. And I think that's what Xavier was trying to do. Before he got to that point, he was trying to um, save him from embarrassing himself. I mean, he was doing what he usually does.
So my second part, if it's okay to kind of piggyback off of that, because it just seemed that the kids, from what the show shows, it's like he's not in the kid's life, he's not there, and that sort of thing. So I just wanted to know, like to be around somebody, like you pretty much know what they're going to do before they're going to do it, right? If you're really involved and you know their icks and ticks and so forth. So just to kind of like, how did your son know, like, let me go over here and get my dad? Like, has he seen that
Well,
side of him before?
oh yes, he has. I'm gonna say Xavier, Zaria, not so much. He was young. Zaria was young when he left. But
Mhm.
Xavier, yeah, Xavier's 18. So for the first 13 and a half, 14 years, he's seen a lot.
Right.
He's seen with his friends because he got some wild friends. I ain't gonna lie, he had some wild friends. So we've seen a lot. We've been through a lot.
Hmm.
We've endured a lot. That's why
Okay.
it's some stuff that's just not on TV and some
Right.
stuff that's not meant to be on TV. Like we gave y'all the top layer, and
Okay.
when I mean the very top layer.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I
You
just
do.
want to ask that, I just seen, and to me, that just shows the maturity and mindset of your son, right? Like he just knows, like, this is not going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Just thinking, like, yeah, get him, dad, let him have it. He's like, no, come over here, let me calm you down. And so I think that's just a part of, like you said, regardless of what he's seen and endured,
Mm-hmm.
come out on the other side of that. I mean, that's a testament to you as a mom and to, Ken to being a part of his life to kind of give him that balance. So,
Okay. Thank you,
okay. Thank
Latoya.
you. Uh-huh. Bye-bye.
Kicking it with Courtney. Before Courtney comes up, I'm gonna read the super chats before we log off. So I'll read everybody's questions in super chats. I got you. Hey, Courtney.
Hey, Millie Chan.
How are
Uh,
you?
I just wanted to ask this question going back to your initial scene with Stormy and Martell. When
Mm-hmm.
do you at all feel set up by Stormy? Because I'm in that initial scene, she asked you to come model at her Valentine's Gala, and she's asking
Correct.
Martell to model with you at that time. Why did she ask? I felt like it was a setup, and then she was asking you multiple questions about you and Martell knowing each other. Why would she ask you to model with Martell when in fact Ken is your boyfriend and he has just, if not a better body than Martell? Why would she not place you with Ken automatically, and why would she
Oh,
compare you with Martell?
I don't even know. I really don't. I don't know.
So
I
have
just
you
walked
ever
into that scene.
clarified her in any type of way? Because she kind of brought you on the show and then dipped, and you kind of still.
I did ask her why did she leave me hanging, but I understand her reasoning. She's busy. very. But I did ask her why she just, dropped me off and leave me like a step kid. But yeah, no, I understand her reasoning. I don't know what I felt that very first real scene of mine. That crowd was weird, girl. Weird. It was just like I was like a deer in headlights. So I'm like, I'm not quite sure how reality works. I don't really watch much reality TV shows at all. Well, I don't really watch TV at all, for real, anyways. But it was yeah, that crap was something, I tell you.
Yeah, you seem pretty nervous in that whole scene. You could tell.
Yeah, because I don't do stuff like this. It's different.
Well, that's
Courtney,
all I had. Thank you, Millie Chan.
you're welcome, honey. Sandra P, I can't see your device. It's not connected, so you have to connect. Let me get to the super chats. If Stormy and Tisha were attacking Mel and calling Trish a liar, I'm confused about why she would leave with Stormy and not say a simple goodbye to Mel. Learn that boundaries are. You said she just thought it was weird. I just still kind of don't even understand the answer though. I guess, yeah. Could you kind of just clear that up?
Hold on a second. I think I just lost you.
Uh oh. You hear me?
Yeah,
Okay. You hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I don't know what to make about that scene. That's why I said that was like my first couple of like real scenes. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know why it was. To me, it was weird. I mean, to me, they made all of us feel weird. They made me feel weird, not a place. And yeah, when I get frustrated, I shut down. I was ready to go. I was ready to go even before that night because I was like, yeah, I didn't even want to wait till the next morning. I was ready to go because I'm like, this is all. I don't know how this supposed to work. But this
why
right here is not working for me.
But why don't you get in there and ask some questions? Because if you're going to be on a reality show and you are not aware this is something totally new, then why not talk to Mel or talk to Stormy or talk to Tisha or talk to Kimmy and say, okay, what should I do in this moment? Because if you're going to be on reality TV, you're going to be on reality TV, and you're going to have to even yourself.
Well, yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning that. I'm learning
because you're wound up. Like you're gonna have to just slow down and calm down.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm learning though. This was a test. This whole first season was a test. I'm learning though.
Okay, I see you, Sandra. C Fuzz Love, CF Ooze Love said, "Thank you so much. How has your life changed since the show?"
As far as clientele picked up for sure. Okay. It's definitely different going outside because I'm the one thing about this show, it turned me into a people person. Because me, I'm work. I'm business, work, kids, home. All the socializing, all that. It wasn't. I'd done it before, but I've done that to myself for so long. It felt good. It was my comfort spot. It was my safe zone. So it was. I guess it changed as far as clientele and people. Hey, I know you from the show. That's about it.
Okay. Did you mean to say you wanted to slap Melody? Did you mean to say that?
In the heat of the moment, yeah. I don't care what nobody think about it because they were going back and forth. It was her and Marquez were going back and forth.
They had you flustered. You were definitely flustered.
Huh?
They definitely had you flustered.
They did. They did. That's what y'all didn't see. It was like it was a picking battle.
And I don't think it was Mel so much. I think it was definitely Marquez, but Mel was just answering the questions, and it was like you just couldn't. It was a lot for you.
Yeah, because I'm like, this is getting to be too much now. I'm like, I'm about to get frustrated. And I don't know, I don't care. Like I said, I don't care what nobody think, how nobody feels, because it ain't gonna make me feel no type of way. But if I get pissed off, I get pissed off. That's just it.
Okay, we talked about that. Let me see. You said on the show you need more time. Do you think you're ready? Do you think you're ready for another season? Thank you, T Talk. What's your girl? Do you think you're ready for another season?
Ready for the marriage or the
The
show?
next season. The next season of the show.
Um, I think I am. If I decide to, return, I think I am. Um,
Okay. Okay. We talked about that. Okay, this is from the Estet Noir. So why didn't Fletcher know Marquez? He doesn't know your husband?
no, I don't hang around the old generational family.
Did you
I'm
know
sorry.
that did you realize that he was on the show? Did you know your family member was on the show?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right, let's get to Sandra. Hold on, let me see if I got a more super chat. Did you say hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, are you open to family counseling with both men? Are you open to with both men or just Ken?
Uh, that's a good question. That's a good one. I guess I could be open to both. Um, yeah,
Yeah, because you
I
do
can be
have a
open to both.
daughter. Even because you do have a daughter, you still are co-parenting with. Because Xavier is older,
Absolutely.
he can go away, so you would need to have a good co-parenting situation with Marquez. That would be good. So why did it take you so long for you to divorce? Why did it take you so long? You just was putting it out of your mind, or you was just why did it take you so long?
So in the beginning, when Marquez brought the papers, okay, we were supposed to meet up. He was going to do notarize, get the paper notarized, file for whatever. So he never showed up, and he said, "Oh, well, I'll come back next weekend. I have to go back to Atlanta." Well, he came back next weekend, but we didn't know. What y'all don't understand. He came back, but we never saw. We didn't know. But he left. He was like, "Oh, I had to do a turn and burn and come back." Okay, sure. Because obviously we were still following each other. I can still see his story, so I can still see him partying. So it is what it is.
Oh,
But after I got to researching, and I was like, "Oh, well, you don't have to," and got to talking. They was like, "Well, you don't have to wait for him." I said, "Well, I'm gonna go ahead and file." Went ahead and file. There were some issues on my paperwork, so I had to go back and file again. There was like I was missing a couple of forms, which was a child form that he said I was trying to keep. He said I guess he was trying to say I was didn't want custody. No, sir. You can come get your kids, baby. I ain't trying to keep custody. I ain't trying to keep your kids. You can come and get them anytime you want, all day long. No, I think the heck not. But I think that was an issue when he contested it. He thought I was going for full custody. No, sir. Absolutely
okay.
not. Come
Okay.
get him. Pack him up.
And lies, more lies. Thank you for the super chat. Did you say you got a contract for next season? Did you say you got a contract?
Um, well, I'm not gonna say.
So Nell didn't know you and Fletcher. Did Nell know you and Fletcher were cousins?
I think she knew of me. We just didn't know each other. We didn't like socialize because she know. I mean, they hang around my aunts and uncles and all the time.
Okay.
They just wait on I am. I hate to say that.
Okay, we're gonna go back over here to these questions. We're gonna go to Sandra now. She's here. Hello, Sandra.
Hey, Millie. I'm sorry. Hey, Millie Chan. Hello, Trish. I'm just getting over a cold.
Can you
Trish,
hear?
yeah, can you hear me?
Can you hear her, Trish?
Yes, I can hear her.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Trish, I wanted to ask you, you said you're open to the counseling. Did you mention whether or not you have had any grief counseling or PTSD counseling yet?
I haven't. Um, I wasn't open to counseling until recently. When the producers was like, one of the producers pulled me to the side. Was like, I really think you need to do grief counseling. I still wasn't open to counseling.
Okay, thank you. And also the next question I had was, and this may come up in the counseling, Ken and Marquez are very different men, but they both seem to be attention seekers. They like attention a lot, and they take up a lot of space in your story. And Ken seems trying to manipulate the audience a little bit. I would be interested in your story, your real story, and not if Ken is trying to make things look differently. Because Marquez, I don't know where he's coming from. He seems to be, I don't know if there was ever a script, but it's just confusing. That's why there's so many questions. But thank you for coming up with Millie Chan and trying to answer some.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you,
Thank,
Sandra. I appreciate you.
thank you.
Okay. She's good. Okay. So I think I had one more. When and what year did Fletcher talk to you to set you over Martell? Oh, when did he try to set you over Martell? When did that happen? Because that came out
That was
last.
the same year.
What year was that?
The year it was 2020 or 2021. I gotta see the screenshots.
Okay, send me the screenshots. I don't know. When somebody asked me if somebody asked me about your relationship with Ken's ex girlfriend's daughter. The daughter is over there right now.
Yes.
So they have y'all have a really good relationship.
Oh my gosh, we have a great relationship.
That's
We
good.
do.
That's good. Let me ask you this. So when Ken was making that speech, did you feel like that was his place to make that speech? Because I felt like that was your place to make that speach.
No, first of
Or was
all,
that,
let me tell you. Okay,
or was that production led?
let
Because
me. I hope I'm going to explain this.
okay, I'm
It is
listening.
what it is. If I get in trouble, I get in trouble. I don't care. Okay. Marquez came in first, introducing himself. Um, it was Marquez came and said, "Hey, everybody!" Told all the guys to take a shot. Ken introduced Marquez as the father of the kids. All this. It was me that said, "Y'all, yeah, okay, y'all ain't doing all that bullshit," because he was doing. It was the crazy shit that led up to that party that he was doing. So when it was Ken crazy ass that introduced Marquez. It's Ken that's always trying to incorporate Marquez and stuff, everything, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It was Marquez that shunned the shoulder. So it was that's why I didn't get that, and it was me that said, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I ain't doing all that bull. I ain't doing that crap. I ain't doing it. No, because I was already pissed off. He had already pissed us off leading up to the situation. But Ken be like, "Oh, you can't be that way. You got to calm down." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's always I have to calm down after he blows me up." And
But
I told him, I
Trish,
said, after that last little Facebook snap, I said, dude, I'm not letting you take me that no more. I
but
said, I can't
Trish,
even do it. I said, this is too much energy.
Ken got him ready to crash out. Ken saying my kids, our children, not acknowledging him. Now I'm
Yes, he did. Yes, he
okay. I'm
did.
just
That's why I
saying.
said it's crazy.
I'm just saying we didn't see that. Honestly,
Yeah,
we
you
didn't.
didn't. No,
We didn't
nope.
see that. So
No, you did
okay.
not.
See, here's
Yep.
the thing. Let me say this. Do I think it's fair 100% that people feel about you the way they do? No, I don't, because there are things that we don't see. So we can only talk, react to, discuss, and talk about the
I
things
agree.
we see. So what we saw was
Mm-hmm.
Ken standing up there saying a speech that you should have said that did not include the children's father. And the music and the lighting and the editing and the cameras looking at Marquez like he
Yeah,
about to
that
crash
was
out.
crazy.
That was a
Boy,
lot.
I saw it. I saw it. That was crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was crazy because I was like, no. Ken always trying to incorporate Marquez. He always, no matter what we do or what goes about, Ken is always trying to incorporate Marquez or reaching out to Marquez. Sometimes he don't. Marquez, he's just sometimes he's stuck in his ways. It is what it is,
Mhm.
and he don't accept it or oh, I ain't doing this. I still don't like him. Or but
Yeah.
Ken always makes sure he introduces Marquez as the father
I
all the
believe
time.
that because he always talks to Marquez like he's including him.
Yeah,
Shay
he always
P
try to
said,
include.
Shay P asked, "What was your relationship with your mother before she passed?" Because Shay P, her mother has passed. So did you and your mother have a really good relationship?
Oh, we did.
Okay, good.
Me, mom, we had the best family relationship ever. We did, and it's different
Yeah,
now, but
yeah. Of
we
course,
did.
we don't have to talk about it. It's the holidays, so we just keep going on from that. Um, Ken invited Marquez to. They said Ken invited Marquez to embarrass him. How did Marquez get there? Did he drive or was that guy his ride?
to our knowledge, he said he was trying to get there. No, Ken did not bring him there to embarrass him. Marquez started the embarrassment on his own, going around talking to everybody, and then telling some all. He walked in and said he kept walked in with a cup and said everybody's taking toast. All the guys was taking toast. So we was like, everybody, all the guys was looking at him like, you don't even know us for real. Like, what are we doing? But when Ken got to do that speech, the first thing came out of Ken's mouth was introducing Marquez as the father. He always does. He always does every time, still to this day.
They cut that out. They cut that out. So we didn't see.
He still
Ken.
does. Yeah. That was the first thing Ken does. That's the first thing Ken always do is try to incorporate him, even though sometimes he do be an asshole. Ken's like, first, you gotta, you don't know if you're gonna be an asshole until you reach out and see.
Alicia, yes, she does. The daughter is actually over there now. Again, what did your sister know about Ken? Oh, why didn't because see, Trish, like we had to go back kind of to the beginning with you because we haven't really talked to you. So why not tell your sister about Ken? I want to say I know why, but why you didn't tell your family about Ken?
I didn't tell them. She knew about Ken, that we were talking, but she didn't know how serious it was. I also didn't tell her. I really didn't tell them the extent of our Marquez and our relationship either. Of course, she heard things in the street and was going to come back ask me, because he was when I tell you he was out there having fun, he was out there having fun. So I think she kind of knew, but she didn't want to ask, and I wasn't going to say.
Okay.
For some reason.
Okay. So they asking Crystal Ross, thank you, Crystal. What can allow you the time you need to complete grief counseling before marriage? Because that's definitely something you probably need to do.
Yeah, he will. He's the one that's forcing me to go.
Okay.
Yeah, because he said he done it.
You need to go. You need to go for a lot of different reasons, and I'm not shady or do anything, but you do need to go because there's a lot of things that it seems like you need to handle before you enter into a new relationship, especially when you want to last. You know what I mean? So, this has been a very interesting interview. You are an engineer, correct? She's an engineer, right? Oh, I think she muted, but yeah, she's an engineer. She works at NASA. What is that here for, high tea? I don't understand. What is this? What are you saying to me? What are you saying?
Oh, my daughter. Okay.
Okay. So you are an engineer, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And she don't work from home all the time because I think you told me the other day. Well, do you work from home all the time?
I do sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sayla. If it wasn't Marquez, we wouldn't get. Oh Lord, Marquez, girl, y'all.
If she thinks so, that's her opinion.
I can't. I just can't. I'm trying.
I see. Who said they can't see me being an engineer? That's your opinion too. It is what it is. I don't care what you can't see.
Okay, people. This has been lovely, Trish. This has been lovely. I hope that you feel like. What kind of engineer are you, Trish?
I'm sorry.
What kind of engineer?
IT. I do computer and software, actually.
Okay. Yeah. So, we're going to get ready and go. This has been wonderful. I would like to thank you, Trish, for being here. And I'm going to talk to the audience and everything, but I want to thank you for being here, and I'll circle back with you. And I just really appreciate you from coming on and just taking the questions and giving your answers and everything like that.
Actually, I love this whole. I don't really do this, but I loved it. I loved it.
Good.
I did.
Good. I'm glad. I hope you feel better about it. I do still feel like some people feel like questions aren't answered. I do feel like some people, because of how everything had come on. But if you decide to do next season, I think it would be better if you just really open up, calm down, and just go with the flow.
I'm gonna try. It's weird because things like this does help. You know, us
Yeah.
talking, even though it's a different type of setting, it does help. But yeah, I'm gonna try.
Because you really need, because like you really need to, you need to compartmentalize. Because I'm going to say this, and just take this for what you will. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, anything like that. Watching you on television is difficult because it seems like you're trying to handle 2 or 3 different things at the same time. When you were talking to Ken Marquez and your sister had to come over, it was like she was a sounding board for you because you were unraveling at that moment. And I can see what you talk about with Marquez because he knows exactly how to make you unravel. Because when Ken was talking to you and he was over talking you, and when he said you're not my girl anymore, that took you somewhere else and you got off. And Ken was trying to get you back on track. Your sister had to come to get you back on track. So I would say I think you need to take one thing at a time because you can't do it all together. You need to I think you do need to start with grief counseling. I think you need to, because I think your husband was not there for you when he should have been there for you. And I remember you saying that's the person you wanted to be there for you. I remember you saying that. I remember you saying that about Marquez. But because Marquez told Marceau that he did not know how to handle that and you were truly emotional, I think you didn't have a chance to grieve. I don't think you were able to do that because you had to be a mother, you had to go to work, you had to keep a house and all of that. So I
That too
think
emotional. I don't get.
oh,
I didn't get that too emotional
look, you
because
lost
he's
you lost
emotional
your
for both of
family.
us.
You lost a lot of your family. You know what I mean?
Well,
Whatever it was.
I get that part, but him saying I'm too emotional, he's emotional for the both of
Oh,
us. He's
we,
always
we,
been.
we yeah, we know that about Salamander Man. Salamander Man is an amphibian. And I can't. I cannot with Marquez. I don't even know. I'm sorry, Lord. I didn't mean to say that. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I get it. I get why you come and revel with him. I get it. He run me hot too. But the thing is, I think that you need to work on the grief and see if you have something there. And then you need to really work on yourself and get yourself together. And then you and Ken. And then yes, you and Marquez, because you do have a child you're still raising. So just think about it. Don't let him make you go. You should want to go. You should want to go to help and talk to somebody.
Yeah,
You should. You really should.
I am. I hope.
Yeah. Well, this has been wonderful, Trish, and we'll talk later. We'll talk again, and see what revisit, see what's going to happen if you come back in the year. If you come back in the new season or whatever, let us know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
thinking.
Well, all right. And you know what? If you don't come back, I get it, and I wish you nothing but completeness. That's what I wish you, completeness and clarity. That's what I wish for
Yes.
you. So you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New
You
Year.
too. You
All
too.
right. And if
All
you
right.
just drop down, and I'm gonna say goodbye to my Millie crew members, and I'm gonna get out of here so I can finish wrapping my gifts because I gotta get on the road.
Okay.
I gotta get on the road tomorrow. So
Okay. Be safe. Safe
all right,
travels.
honey. Bye bye.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Y'all. Y'all are a mess. A hot mess. I love you, but you're a mess. Like all 1468 of you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Um, look what Teflon do. Look what look. That's what I'm talking about. This is how we go. This is how we go act. Teflon Diva. This is what we're doing. Y'all, let me know what you think. Lord have mercy, Jesus. I do it for y'all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Okay, first of all, thank all the super chats. I appreciate it so much, y'all, and thank you, Estet, for letting me know to go to the super chats to read the super chats. Thank you so much. I'm learning, so thank you, everybody, all the Millie crew members for being here. Thank you for your support tonight. Um, I hope I don't. I know you don't. I don't even know what to hope for. What you mean? What we do out next? Thank you, healthcare workers. I'm like, thank you, Micah. Micah, thank you. Micah told me to hold on. It wasn't. Thank you all so much. It wasn't. I don't know what I want to. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. I didn't hit the wrong thing. Um. Thank you, Essence. Thank you, Essence of Shay. I appreciate that. That was a lot, but it was a lot. It was a lot. I feel like I do truly feel like Trish needs to just redo some things. I think she needs to. I know we're gonna Shawanza, we're gonna have to do a Zoom. Shawanza, we're doing a Zoom on the 29th. We're having um we're doing a book review and a vision board. We're zooming on the 29th. So you can join on the 29th to come talk. We're gonna talk about everything then. And I gotta work on y'all something. Yeah. I'm with you, Ash, 100%. Um, just just a different, just probably just watch some more reality TV and just see. Wait a minute, wait. What'd you say? She said, "I love you down to the ground, but girl, we all need to reset." Yeah, the chat was off the chain. Oh, ooh, the Zoom link. Y'all, I'm gonna put the Zoom link in my community board. Okay, I don't have it with me. Well, do I have it with me? Hold on. I don't think I can. I'm gonna have to put it on my community board. So y'all check my community board tomorrow, and the Zoom link will be up there. Cause I need to check and see if my vision board stuff here. Cause my materials need to be here. Cause we're doing a vision board book discussion on Monday, on the 29th, next Sunday. Lord have mercy. I don't know, child. I think it's some other things that she probably should be doing. I really do. Hey, Melanie. Pretty officer. Oh, Kendra. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Y'all are so wonderful. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That is amazing. Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all like the video. I think I'm gonna have to. I need to lay down for a minute. I think I need to lay down for a minute. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. She said, Empowered Woman said, Millie Chan, you gave her good advice to do grief counseling. Yes, I think 100% that's what she should do. I think because of the fact that she lost her mom, her dad, and her sister all at the same time, around the same time. And then she said on the show when she first came on, she wanted Marquez to be the one that she go through this with, but he said he didn't know how to handle it, so he left. And now that part for Trish, I always got that part for her because losing a parent is not easy. I know what that's like to lose a parent, but I lost a parent as a child. I couldn't imagine if I lost both of my parents and then my sibling and I have to raise my kids and then my husband leaves. I think that would be a lot for anybody. And Marquez clearly he clearly revels her up. You know what I'm saying? He clearly gets on her nerves and she just comes all to pieces. So I think she should really work on that. That would I don't know about violent. I don't know. She been violent. I don't know about that, Doris. I think she can. I think she can say a lot. Yeah, that's a lot to deal with. That's a lot to deal with. And then he's not mature. She had what? I mean, that was like watching the interview last night. She was on. Yeah. Thank you so much for the super chat, people. Y'all are so wonderful. And I hope y'all done bought y'all Christmas gifts. I appreciate my Christmas gifts, but hope y'all done got y'all Christmas gifts. Hope that both her and Ken do not return next season before she returns uh, to the show. I hope that she obtained counseling. Yeah, she is very defensive. He is an amphibian. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. We can say a lot about Trish. We can say a lot about her. That was like watching the interview last night. She was all over the place. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Hibiscus. I appreciate it. I don't know if she's violent. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that because I don't know. I know that she I know that she quick tongued, I know that, but and defensive, yes. I do agree. So y'all, this has been wonderful. I think y'all have let me check my hold on, let me check everybody else. I think. But next week, Nell gonna go get Chris to tell Chris that he need to come in there because he the one that tried to hook Martell and Trisha up. That's crazy. I don't know. We didn't get the. Are you going to stay on the show? Does she have anxiety? And let me see. Does she have anxiety? And does she feel like that came off of angry? She clearly has anxiety. I'm sorry I didn't get over to these chats. I'm sorry. Would Ken allow you to come? Yeah, we talked about that. She said yes, he would. If it wasn't for Marquez, we wouldn't. Girl, you know you didn't. Look, this one right here. I was like, I didn't want to, I couldn't put all these up because y'all was out here showing out. She said, if it wasn't for Marquez, we wouldn't have got a complete sentence out of her. I was like, what? Thank you so much. Thank you, Leo. Y'all crazy. Let me see. Thank you for your service. Did she have an opinion about the timeline of Moses and Sonny? I didn't ask about. I was not getting into that triangle. I was trying to deal with this triangle too. Like I don't think I could get to that triangle, honey. That was a lot of triangle. What'd you say, T Talk? T Talk said you have the patience of child. Oh Lord, T Talk, thank you. Yes, Trish definitely needs that. She does. And Kendra, thank you again, honey. I appreciate it so much. What did you say? You gave her good advice. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Hope I think I read this one. Hope they both can return next season before she returns. Yes, she definitely she and you know what? Yes, and the kids need counseling too. Yeah, so I got all that. Thank you, Betty. People want answers to questions but don't like it when answers don't line up with preconceived answers by audiences. Betty said people want answers to questions but don't like it when answers don't line up with preconceived answers by audience. Uh I told you I was gonna like the super chat. And you did. And you did. Y'all, this was this was good though. Wait a minute, what you say? I did put your super chat up. Hold on. Samantha, hold on. What Samantha say? You didn't put my super chat up. I didn't do nothing. I did put your super chat up, Samantha. Actually, I told you thank you in the middle of the conversation. I remember that. Thank you, Tennessee Mid Sector. Let me go, child. Let me go find Samantha super chat because I do not need baby Samantha feeling like I was ignoring her. Now I do not want her feeling like that. That's gonna happen. Right. Hold on, Samantha. Because Samantha being here, Samantha being here tough. Samantha was my there we go, Samantha. Samantha was my MVP one live. That was a good one. Oh, you know what, Samantha? I put this up and I had to take it down because I read a little bit. I said, "Ooh, I'm gonna have to go back to that. If she don't care what we got to say, she can get her." That I said, "Oops, let me take this down." And now I saw it, ma'am. I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. So y'all, look, I'm gonna get ready and go. Tea talk with your girl. Shout out to Hip Hop Tea, baby. Them comments had yes. Y'all, yeah, shout out to Hip Hop Tea. Shout out to Tea Talk with your girl. Shout out to True Tea. Shout out to Queen Sheba. Shout out to Color Me Entertained. Who else? It looked like it was somebody else. All of the content creators, thank you so much for being here. Shout out to the Millie crew. Shout out to my mods. I appreciate you all. I appreciate Trish coming. This was a good live, you know. I hope you learned something. I hope you CEO, girl, you just not get here. The chat was off the chain, Samantha. Oh, Courtney, shout out to Kicking It with Courtney. Yes, my queen in the city, sister. Shout out to her. Shout out to all content creators. I appreciate you all being here. I appreciate the Millie Crush. Appreciate the chat. All mods, all super chats. I'm getting ready because I have about, oh y'all, this is a mess. Yeah, I got stuff right here, right here. So I gotta go sit down in the floor. Yes, there you go, Kicking It with Courtney. There you go. So I'm about to go sit in the floor and wrap these scripts. Chris, let me tell you something. Look. Chris, you said something to me and I got so tickled. I had to keep it moving. I said, okay. Girl, you pulled me out of that one. You pulled me out of that one. You pulled me out of it. Thank you, Chris. But I'm about to go so I can wrap up these few more gifts. I haven't even packed. Shawanza, we will be doing, I'm going to put in, I'm not putting it in the community today. On Brit's block, Color Me Entertain, y'all said that. On Brit's block, yes, definitely. But it'll be in the community tomorrow. I'll probably do a lot of that. Tea Talk with your girl. Oh, Tay in here. Tay was in here. Shout out to Tay. I'm gonna be on the road and I'll be putting it in there, so it won't be in there tonight. But I'll put the Zoom in the community, and I'll try to do it. If I do a hot topics before I leave, then that'll be up too. But that's it. That's all I got. Y'all have a good night and a very Merry Christmas. And I hope Santa brings you everything it is you want. Thank you, T Loyalty. I appreciate it. Merry Christmas, everyone. You all are fantastic. And once again, thank you for being here. Thank you for everything. I appreciate you all.